before we go on to setting up an IDE, it's worth mentioning about other things we can print out using what we call escape sequences, right? Some certain things we can't print out in Java. For instance, if I wanted to write hello, he said hello, right? That is perfectly fine to print out. All I have to do is just run it and it says he said hello. But typically when we do this, we have quotation marks around this. And if I try to surround this with quotation marks, we get into a bit of an issue, because quotation marks are used to define the beginning of a string and the end of the string. So here, the computer says, hey, you want to start a string, and it goes, he said, and then you ended the string. And then you have this random hello in there. Is that a variable or something? I don't know what that is. So error. And then you start another string over here, which is empty. Right? And this is because the quotation marks have a specific meaning in this programming language. They mean to begin a string and end a string. So how do I actually literally print out a quotation mark? Well, we do so with a escape sequence. And to do that, we just simply put a slash in front of any special character. So backslash or forward slash? Yeah, backslash. Quotation mark, and then another one over here. And this says literally print out. The backslash means, hey, don't actually look at the next don't look at the next character as you would normally look at it. Instead, look at it as like a special command. So take these two things together, and it will produce a single quotation mark, as we'll see. It says literally print out a quotation mark over here. Don't interpret it as an end of string. This is not the only thing we can do. We can also do we can use special commands, the most common of which are /t, which over here will give us a tab. He said hello, so notice that put in a tab, which is useful because we don't necessarily know how big a tab is going to be on any specific computer. He said hello, right? This space is actually a tab, believe it or not. And then another one, /n, possibly the most commonly used escape sequence, which simply says create a new line, which is useful because, it can be a bit tricky to sometimes render things if you want, multiple lines. Java doesn't really interpret you actually literally hitting the enter key as you want another extra line. So the /n, if you want another line, is typically what you use. So just be aware of that as we're going forward in the future. So the next video, I'm going to show how you actually install this thing and how do we get working in it.